What is going on, guys? This is Mr. Ryan Shooting here, and I'm back with another video over here from Australia. And in today's video we are going to be talking about prime numbers. So firstly, you're probably wondering, Mr. Ryan, what is a prime number? And I'm going to tell you that right now. A prime number is a number that can only be divided by 1 and itself. That's all it is, that's all we have to do. And now let's look at some examples with our one and only Mr. Ryan Jr. So on the screen in front of you, Mr. Ryan Jr. is going to put 5 numbers on the screen, which are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. And now we're going to go through each number and I'm going to tell you whether they're a prime number or not. So the first number we've got is the number 1. Now there is a big rule about the number 1, as well it can be divided by 1 and it can also be divided by itself because it's the number 1. But there's a very special rule. 1 is not a prime number. So if you ever get asked this in school and the teacher says, is 1 a prime number? You should always answer no, and your teacher will be very impressed, especially if you've not done prime numbers before. So that's why you should always watch Mr. Ryan's tutoring. Now let's move on to our next number, which is number 2. Now this time around, I'm actually going to confirm straight away that 2 is a prime number, and I'm going to simply explain why. So firstly, it can be divided by 1, 2 divided by 1. But also, it can be divided by itself, which is 2 divided by 2. Now 2 can't be divided by any other number because 2 is not in the 5 times table, the 10 times table, the 28 times table, etc. It can only be divided by 1 and itself. This is also same with the number 3, as 3 again can only be divided by 1 and by itself, with 3 divided by 3, and it can't be divided by any other number. So 2 and 3 both together are both prime numbers. However, things are slightly different for number 4. 4 can be divided by 1. 4 can also be divided by itself. But 4 can also be divided by 2, which means it doesn't follow our rule, as prime numbers are numbers that can only be divided by 1 and itself, and 4 can be divided by 1, itself, and 2. Now up next we've actually got the number 5, but this time Mr. Ryan is going to give you 10 seconds to decide whether you think the number 10 is a prime number or not a prime number. So Mr. Ryan's going to give you 10 seconds now, so without further ado, let's get on with it. So guys, if you answered the question correctly, you should have got yes. 5 is a prime number, and let me explain why. So the reason that the number 5 is a prime number is because it can only be divided by 1 and the number 5. It's not in the 3 times table, it's not in the 2 times table, and it's not in the 4 times table, or even the 3 times table. So it can only be divided by 1 and 5, and that's it. So if you got yes, give yourself a round of applause. And our final number that we're going to work with today is the number 6. And again, it's another quiz time. I want you to decide, you've got 10 seconds, whether the number 6 is a prime number or not. So 3, 2, 1, boom, you have 10 seconds. And if you were paying attention, you would have said that the number 6 is not a prime number, and I'm going to explain why. So the reason that the number 6 is not a prime number is because, yes, it can be divided by 1, and yes, it can be divided by itself. However, it's also in the 2 times table, and it's also in the 3 times table. So it's definitely not following the special rule. So anyway, now that we've gone through a few examples, you should understand that a prime number is a number that can only be divided by itself or 1. That is a quick reminder. So by itself or 1. Now, Mr. Ryan Jr. is actually going to put all of the prime numbers on the screen from 1 to 100. Obviously, in this video, we don't have time to go through all of them, as we'll be here forever. But you guys get the idea of what a prime number is. And you can see on the screen, just to help you out, what the prime numbers from 1 to 100 are. And you'll probably need these when you're doing your exams at school or whatever. So it's a very good thing to know. Anyway, guys, that's actually it for today's video. Really hope you enjoyed it. I do apologise about the wind. It's very windy on the beach today. But don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Hopefully when it's less windy. So.